Well, what is it? What is that? What is it?
Alphabet.
It's a P. It's a P. Mira que te ves cara de pendeja. What? ¿Tienes el P? So growing up, whenever I would hear people say, mira que tienes el P en la cara, it's like, oh, the P is in my face, cara de pendeja, which means an idiot? Do I like P? No. Do I like P? Do you like P? If someone tells you, te ves cara de P, how do you feel about P? How do you feel about P? So as my son once asked my husband, he said, but what is it? And my husband answered him, P. But my son looked at it again, yeah, but what is it? And my husband says, it's still a P. And I have to wonder sometimes how we are all that way. Because I told you what it looked like to me before. But could we see it a different way? Can we see it a different way? As a child, as I learned things in English and in Spanish, I would try to force myself to think of things in different ways. Did he really mean that? She mean that? Sarcasm is so ill-spent on me because I don't get it. Okay? So, how can I see that differently? But you're going to see it differently too. Because P is the symbol for linear momentum. P is the symbol for linear momentum. But still, what is it? What is it? I'm a very visual learner and I'm a kinesthetic learner. So because I was a classroom teacher, my poor kids, they had to be very visual and kinesthetic with me. So guess what? Stand up, please. P is the symbol for linear momentum. So I have to think, but what is momentum? What is that? I don't even know what that is. And so I have to think about my everyday life. What is momentum? Where do I see examples of everyday momentum? If we think about momentum and we think about systems that are experiencing momentum, here's your system. Go ahead, put your hands all over your system. Not physically, just kind of like this, okay? Here's your system. Breathe in, breathe out. Here's your system. In you right now is momentum. You have momentum. You might be conserving that momentum this moment, right? So I'm going to step back here just a little so I don't fall off the stage because that would be hilarious. And I want you to do what I do. And I want you to think in your head about what your day looks like. I don't know what you do whenever you start thinking. Maybe you do like this. I tend to do that like this. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to hold myself down. Not sure. So I got to get up. I got to get the kids there. I got to do this. I got to go to work. Are you moving? Are you thinking of all the things you need to do? And I got to go to work. And what about the dentist appointment? Who's going to pay? I don't see you moving. Come on. You're supposed to be like me. Okay. So come on. And I'm thinking, I've got to do this. I've got to do that. We got this at work. We got that at work. We got so many things. And you're doing like this. And that's what we feel like. Our dogs do that too when they call their what? Chasing their tail. Has anyone ever felt like that? That's angular momentum. So you were still in momentum. But the kind of momentum that we want, when you think of yourself, when you ran that race and you won, remember? You started slow. Can you do like me? Yeah. Can you started slow? Yeah. You're slow, like one baby step, one more mile and another mile, and you're running that race. And when you are really gaining the speed and you come across that finish line, what do people look like when they're running across? Yes! In momentum, linear momentum, right? Okay, so we have angular momentum and linear momentum. Go ahead and have a seat. So, again, what is that? It is the symbol for linear momentum. And now I've given you a couple of examples of when you're conserving your momentum, when we're engaging in angular momentum, and when we're engaging in linear momentum. But still, what is it? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? If we think about everyday things, for examples of momentum. I like to do it all the time when I'm at the red light. This is a real discussion I had with my husband. I said, I really need a V6 engine in my car. He goes, why in the world do you need that? Why do I need that? Because when the light turns green, what are we going to do? I'm going to take all those cars, right? That's why I need a V6 engine. But you think of it also, how many of you like roller coasters? Anybody? Very few like roller coasters? What? And how does the roller coaster go? How does the roller coaster go? And it's going up and up. And first you're like, oh, I hate to go on the roller coaster because it's so scary. I really don't want to go on the roller coaster. But you still get on, don't you? And you get on, and it goes click, 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 up, up. How's it going? What are you doing? Well, it depends on who you are. Hyperventilating. Some of you are feeling sweaty. Some of you are holding on to the bar very, very tightly, and it's going up, and it's going up, and it's going up, and what happens? And then you go, and you're going so fast, and some of you are, let's do it again. And this time, let's do what? Let's raise our hands. Just like the linear momentum when we see racers going across that finish line, like, it's amazing at races, even when they're the very last ones running across the finish line, they're still like, yeah, thank you, I made it. Because it's in them. So when we're thinking of momentum, and we're thinking of the different examples, I want to encourage you to come with me for 1 second and go outside of your body for just 1 minute. Actually, technically like 16, okay? So, because that's about what we have left. Go outside of your body for just a minute. When we think of momentum, why are we seeking it? What does it look like? The only way I know to learn about things is not to learn just what they are, but what they aren't. So I can think about momentum. When does it occur? For each of us, it happens in a different way. But what we know is true with momentum is that it's because we are trying to move towards a desired change. Trying to move towards a desired change. But that momentum looks different for each one of us in this room. And at different times of our life, it looks different. Because there's all kinds of momentum. So remember, we're only talking about you. Remember your system? Remember your system? We're only talking about you. Are you seeking momentum, spiritual momentum, right here in you? The spiritual aspect of you, the part in you, the place where you go to seek your strength, the place where you find meaning? Are you seeking mental, intellectual, emotional momentum? A change in a way of thinking, of being and feeling? Are you seeking physical momentum? I've really got to lose weight. I've got to start on that. I've got to do something about this. I've got to get faster, shorter, taller, leaner, whatever. Are you looking for the physical part of it? There's so many different types of momentum and different aspects of our being. But one that is true for all of us that are here today, of course, is that there's also momentum in our relationships, both our personal and our professional relationships. Are we seeking change in that? Whatever area that you're seeking momentum in, there are some truths. Now, we can be standing there and doing nothing, conserving this. But for whatever type of momentum that you're seeking in your life, we know some facts about it. And the number one thing is we have to know the why. Why? What is the vision or the mission of what you're seeking to do? What is your why? It's going to look different for each of us. Why are we doing this? And whatever we decide it is that we have to do a change in, we have to have a process or a plan. We have to know what this is going to look like. We have the why. We have the process and the plan, and we've got to work the plan. But what is true in momentum is that you shall not be successful alone. you can only be successful with others. You will shine brighter through others. So they will start coming to you. When you are seeking the same thing, you will find that you should hang out with people that have like goals. So we have to revisit, who are we hanging out with? What kind of books am I reading? What am I doing with my free time? You have to really think about that, because is that feeding your vision? If it's not, you need to do something else. Or you can't really say that it's your vision and your mission, because you're not doing it and giving it the proper attention. So you have to be doing that with others. And you can do it with others by recognizing their unique gifts. What are the gifts in others that they can bring to the situation? And what are your gifts that you can bring to theirs? So as we're doing all of this, this other thing happens to our momentum. You know those naysayers? Sometimes we call them the haters. They're really the F word. Like, what? They're the F word? Yeah, they're friction. What were you thinking? Because there are people in our lives that are the friction in our momentum. There are obstacles. There are things that will happen that will cause us to feel overwhelmed, to get us off path. They are the friction. They are the inertia that are going to come in all situations. Know that it's going to happen. Knowing and preparing, embracing yourself for it is half the battle. Know that it's going to happen. So as you work towards your mission, as you're giving all of your attention to that, as you're seeking the gifts and others to come with you on that, know that there are unique life lessons through every single bad thing that's ever happened, and all the good things too. And when you have built a relationship of trust with those that are with you on your mission, on your journey, when you have that trust, true trust, you can be open with each other. You can say, maybe not so much of that. Maybe a little more of this. I thought we said we were going to do this, but now we're doing this. Get back on the plan. If we have that openness with each other, slowly, 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 and faster and faster and faster, we will get there. But even the slow steps count, because crawling is progress. We don't always feel that. We're so tired. I can barely move. Crawling is progress. It feels heavy, but you're moving in the direction that you're seeking to go. And when you've gotten there, it's important to know and recognize that we are all connected in some way. That this movement, this momentum that we sought at that time, for whatever reason, there was a reason that we're connected with all the people that came on that journey with you. And we have to remember to express our gratitude to them. Thank you for going on this journey with me. Thank you for believing me. Thank you for bringing your gifts. Yes, we can also thank the F words. We will thank that bad thing that happened. We would thank the friction and the inertia, because even if we didn't learn what we could do, we learned what we couldn't do. We can be so thankful, and expressing our gratitude to the universe brings it all back, because it does replicate itself. And so knowing these truths over the years and being a person that is brought in to bring change to different organizations and to different situations, I know that all of this is true. Being asked to come here was so timely. It's amazing the way the universe will prepare things and send it back to you. Because I recently have overtaken a huge change in my situation, my professional situation, and I am reminded, work the plan, work the process, stay true. Yes, we will have challenges. Yes, we will fall. Yes, we will crawl. But you stick to the plan, you gain momentum. And this has been true all of my life. So if you will stand again, because I know you were asleep after that lunch. You follow me, so make sure you don't have anything in your hands. What I know is that with every choice, plus every choice, equals the direction of my life. Because choice plus choice equals the direction of my life. Choice plus choice equals the direction of my life. Look at your neighbor. Choice plus choice equals the direction of my life. Now faster. Choice plus choice equals the direction of my life. Choice plus choice equals the direction of my life. And choice plus choice equals the direction of my life. Have a seat. Every choice plus the next choice equals the direction of your life. Every choice plus every choice equals the direction of your life. So as you're seeking a change, I hope you're seeking the desires of your heart in whichever aspect that we talk about, whether it is the spiritual, the mental, intellectual, emotional, whether it's the physical, whether it's the relational piece, personal or professional. Every choice plus your next choice is equaling the direction of your life. So I hope you're going to seek that. But when? When will I do that? Yeah, I was going to do that. Oh, I'm sorry, 10, 15 years have now passed. Yes. Now. You are as young as you're ever going to be. Right now. Right now. Maximize the present. Use that momentum now. I hope that you will choose to be the force and not the friction. I hope that you choose to be linear and not angular. Know that it's okay that sometimes we have to hold the bar on the roller coaster, but I hope that you'll remember that it's okay to also dare to put your hands up. And no matter what, the next time that you see this P, I hope someone says to you, "Te ves cara de pe." Because I hope that they see that no matter what, you've made a choice to live with momentum, and good or bad, you're going to grow with it. Thank you so much.